for joining us. You're watching The Queen's Guide.
Hey, welcome to The Queen's Guide.
We welcome you to a seat at the table. If you've been watching, you already know we don't own the rights to any music used on the podcast. We're not licensed professionals or doctors. We're simply Black women who care about our own and want to spread love and speak life.
Yes. And I guess this is like the quarantine Queen's Guide because everybody should be the quarantine version of the Queen's Guide because we're all kind of sitting aside.
Right.
We are.
This is as real as it gets.
Relaxed. I don't know.
On.
Got my sports socks on.
Mommy.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Oh no.
But we hope that everybody is kind of maintaining safe, healthy. Just really loving on your family and
it's the perfect time.
I will say that, I will say that being quarantined, we're kind of going different, but it's been real. Okay. So a huge appreciation for the essential workers, those at the gas stations, the medical staff, the doctors and nurses, especially.
Our fast food places.
Oh, amen.
Went to Wendy's the other day. Y'all are amazing.
Yes. The people who work in the grocery stores, Target, which is now one of my favorite stores.
Chick-fil-A.
Hey.
I think I'm hungry. But Chick-fil-A, I got to give a shout out because they weren't playing. I went through the drive-thru because now, that's the only thing that you can do. And so I pull up and I'm like, can I see the menu? And he put the menu close to my face, which startled me. But I'm like, oh, okay, I can't touch the menu. He's like, no, ma'am. Like, we're not playing that. No. But still, Chick-fil-A has excellent customer service. But I just thought that was funny. I was like, no, that's right.
They're not playing. They don't take
cash. It's only cards.
Yeah, they only take cards. So if you go to Chick-fil-A, don't think you can touch the menu. Make sure you have your glasses on.
Right.
And they only take card. But I'm not mad at them right now. I'm very grateful for them. And they got to do what they got to do to be safe. I heard that they were putting these plexiglasses, I don't know, in every retail or grocery store, but I know in some of them to keep that 6 feet distance for social distancing. And also to protect the cashiers and stuff.
And now they also have marked the floor where that distance should be, which is helpful. And I know we went to Walmart, me and Talia, we went to Walmart, and if you step out that square in your line, the people around you look at you like,
really?
Like, you see where you're supposed to be standing.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But I appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and all daycare workers and teachers, let me just say a huge, I did not realize what y'all deal with every day.
Right.
When the kids are home, we really don't get them in their peak, right? We get them early in the morning and they're groggy. And then in the evening when you guys have so wonderfully made them tired.
Right.
So by the time they come home, they still may be on 10, but it's winding down.
Right.
Woo! I'm not built for this anymore. Okay?
I love you. Because I know, especially Haven, she is always on. She's 3. Yep. But she's always on 10. It's like Terrible 2s never stop. She's smarter. She's more vocal. But she is always on 10 and she's always doing something. But she's so freaking cute. So it's hard to be mad at her.
You'll see me post. She does. She wakes up a bundle of energy and she goes to bed almost the same. I call them, all my grandkids, really my wildlings. But
Nana is really she's chill though.
Yeah,
she's a pretty much. So she's the good one right now.
But yeah, I do have my wildlings, and boy, I appreciate y'all for what you do. Not only with mine, but with all of it. Just taking care of kids in general, homeschooling and trying to get them in a rhythm. And Nana, the week that she goes through fun facts. She knows a lot, which is awesome. She's
and Nana, as
10-year-old.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but she's my niece.
Yeah.
She's her granddaughter. So y'all are left out the loop. Y'all are family.
Yeah. But through the whole time, she kept giving me fun facts. Nana, did you know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Nana, do you know blah, 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 blah. Nana, do you know that this is from the sun? Nana, do you know? And I get it, and I love it, and I love her for it. But I think after like the 40th fun fact,
and she broke out the viola.
I love my baby, but she's like Squidward. But she's gonna get better.
Oh no,
she's gonna get better. My baby got talent. She's gonna get better, and she loves viola. So we have just been having so much fun in quarantine, drinking, and it's been an experience. It's been a great experience. It's been a trying experience, but it's been an experience. And I know that there are many of you out there who kind of going through the same thing and just, wanting the best for your family, wanting your family and everyone to be well and healthy and to be okay when this is all over.
So before the subject changes, the schools that have like the little apps that you can talk with your kid's teacher, or they send pictures or videos or reminders. So Marley's teacher has been sending educational videos of him and his kids.
Oh wow!
And so he's still sending out videos of him teaching. Like he'll ask them to do an activity with them, and it involves counting or. And Marley loves it. So I don't know if you all really know how big that is, but that is amazing.
That is amazing. And the teachers, again, thank you for all you do. Even now, during this trying time, just like Marley's teacher, Mr. Stern, you're still doing it. You still care, and they're still your kids. So you are very much appreciated. And I know from the Queen's Guide, from us, from Mama Lola, thank you. Very much. Thank you so much. What else? Oh, as you can see, we're one short. The trio has today is a duo. Our girl Millen is recovering from surgery that she had earlier this month, and we wish her the best. If you're in the Queen's Guide in our group page, send a shout out to her and send her well wishes, lots of hearts, lots of love. We miss you. We're gonna hold it up for you, and
we're gonna pour one for you, girl.
In my mouth. Know. But yes. Okay. But we love you, and we're gonna hold it down. Hey, we're back. We're not gonna get rid of us that easily,
right?
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We had to switch it up.
You don't know. We had to switch the scene up. It's quarantine right now.
It's quarantine time.
So
dang it.
You don't even understand what our setup looks like right now, but we're doing it. We're here. So just bear with us.
Just call us MacGyvers.
Right.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the word of the day.
Yes.
And my girl, Merlin McLean, she's one of my best friends. Hey, Merlin, I love you, girl. She had sent out this wonderful acronym, lockdown. It's a time for lockdown. So it is definitely where we all are.
Right.
But it's a great acronym for what it is. And we decided to make it our word of the day. And so it is in our Queen's Guide podcast group, on the group page, somewhere in there, because I shared it to the group. I thought it was such a great word, such a great inspirational nugget. So if you can check it out, but I'm also going to speak to her right now. Right now. Okay, so lockdown. What the letters mean. L is for listen to God's voice and reflect. Let go and let God. What's happening now that is truly true. It is above us.
Right.
And you really just got to let him move. Make sure that you take care of those who you love, that you're doing the right thing, that common sense is a wonderful thing.
Right.
And just listen and reflect, because it is causing us to do that too, right? To kind of think and reflect. O is for obey his word and his teaching. C is for call on Jesus' name and be calm. K for know what the purpose is in all this. And that's a great question to ask, like, what can I do? What am I going to learn from all this?
Right.
D is for dwell in his presence. Do not panic. Do not panic. So, I guess the tide is turning because my daughters went to the grocery store yesterday and they were able to find stuff. They found ground beef, stuff that has been missing for weeks since this all started. They found ground beef, water. They found water, spring water, not that. Yes.
And for a long time, there was no water in the local stores around us, so that was awesome. And there was, it was wonderful. So
wow.
They did have the signs up that were like, "Listen, only take one." But I was happy. They definitely had everything we needed.
So yeah, we're all in this together. So that old panic shopping and all that stuff. Let's not do that.
And try to be kind.
Be kind and be considerate. Take what you need. Shop once a week or when you need. I sent out a wonderful guidance that kind of gave you some guidelines to do that. Like, try to minimize your going outdoors. And when you do think of others, you got to eat. We all, self first, we all got to eat. But you also want to think of others. The saddest thing I recall seeing, not only on Facebook, but actually in the store, I ran up to Chantilly, which is a nearby area, and to get some supplies, and to see the elderly folks just kind of trying to get what they need, and it wasn't there. And that, you see it on Facebook and stuff, and you say, "Oh," but when you see it up close and personal, and you really just wish you could make meat or something that they're standing in front of an empty case.
But then you also have to think of it like we have a grandma. My grandma, and she is, she's in her 80s. And we told her, don't even go outside, we'll go. But they're scared. And it may have taken them a long time to kind of decide, okay, I'm going to go to the grocery store.
It may have taken them a long time to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they go and there's nothing there.
They can't fight that battle. So just be thoughtful of others. We're all in this together, really.
Right.
And panicking does not help nothing. So that's a very good point. O is for offer prayer for everyone's safety. Definitely. Amen. Amen, everybody.
Amen. Let the church.
Okay. W is for wait and be patient. This too shall pass.
Yes.
And then N is for nurture our personal relationship with him. And that's always. That's always. Don't let a crisis, it will bend your knee and make you closer, but then that's always. Okay? No, I have not fixed the smoke detector.
I'm done. Listen. I could be on the phone and we really don't hear it. But I could be on the phone and someone's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "You need to change those batteries or something." And I'm like,
Look. There are a lot of smoke detectors in this house. And I have high ceilings in my... No, you did not call me out like that, Lola. I have high ceilings in my house.
It always be the ones close to you.
And we changed. I caught almost every one. There is one that is still beeping, and I'm not really sure where it is. And I can tell you what, the ceiling over the stairs is high. So, and there is a smoke detector there.
Short. We all
y'all didn't have to do that. You have to do that.
We all are though. Then those stairs are treacherous.
Just consider it music in the background.
Okay.
Don't judge us. Okay.
You heard a Bob Marley or who is this? And I don't even have my glasses on, but you hear the reggae in the background. Just adding a little beat. And it stops.
So, if anybody got a ladder, how about that?
Right.
Can we borrow it?
Right.
Can you write us in the chat or something in the group so we can borrow your ladder?
Or any suggestions?
And
gotta be
get to the smoke detector. Other than that, we really don't hear it. No. People like Millen will call it out laughing. Talking about you still haven't changed your smoke detector. So y'all are crazy. What we're going to talk about today, this is going to be great. It's going to be juicy. So we're going to talk about long distance relationships today. And It's a great topic. It's a great topic, especially because I know that that's probably happening a lot as we're social distancing and quarantining and all that good stuff like that there.
I think the first question you have to ask, what is considered a long distance relationship?
Yes, that is a great question.
And please answer.
Yes, please.
You all know we like your feedback. We like to read the comments, and she's looking. So
yes, so please answer. What is a long distance relationship? Yeah. Like, what would you consider a long distance relationship?
Right. I say more than 30 minutes. I get sleepy in the car.
Yes, she does. Like narcoleptic sleepy.
I've always been like that. So if it ain't within 30 minutes, we got to plan. I can't just come to your house. I can't do the little drive-bys, the little cute. No. Now, and I didn't like FaceTime before because, I don't know. I got to prepare for FaceTime. I be having like the conditioning cap on in the house and just not looking, FaceTime cute. But now I'm a FaceTime person.
Okay.
So we got a FaceTime, and if we can't do that, it's going downhill.
Well, that's like a prerequisite, especially when you get to know someone. Like right now, social media and dating online and all that, it's been happening for a while, still happening today. And so sometimes you do long distance relationships or what you would consider.
Right.
So that's when FaceTiming and
really planning your outing.
Planning and all that.
Making sure that you still get that one-on-one time with that person.
But back on to the question. So you consider a long distance 30 minutes?
30 minutes. My eyes start fluttering. I start smacking my leg, and my family, they see me. Like
she does really,
and it doesn't help. Like I try to eat, I try to roll down the window. But I have to stay up. But I will literally go to sleep, and then I'll wake back up, and somehow I'm still on the road. But it scares me.
Now that scares me.
Right.
I would say, so I would travel anything within like 2 hours. And the only reason why I say that, because I commute. My work is an hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes if there's traffic. So that's norm. I think over 2 hours is considered a long distance relationship.
That's fair. I'm special, y'all. Not in a bad way, but 30 minutes, you're going to catch me in a siren.
Oh, no.
And that's happened, but that wasn't.
Yes, it did.
That's a different story for a different time. But that's fair.
Yeah, I think so. 2 hours. Anything over that requires me to like really think about where I'm going to stay and is it worth it? Like the travel time invested, is it worth it going up for a couple hours and coming back? That's a problem. So I think anything over 2 hours get me in that mindset. So you're getting into the long distance route. And I don't know about that. So answer the question, what do you guys consider a long distance relationship? Like what is that? An hour to meet somebody, 2 hours? Maybe 4 hours is for you. And if it is, you go with it. It's not for me. So let's see. Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Let us know. Let us know if you have in the comments. Yes, I have. And I think I've been in more than one. But my last relationship, it wasn't long. Well, I guess I agree with your 2 hours because I didn't feel like going to his house, which was like 2 hours away at the time, was too far. But when I would go, I would spend the night. But he lived close, and we used to do a lot together. And even with the girls, we used to just have, we used to spend a lot of time together. And then he went back to school, which is even further. And it seemed like everything changed. And we had let me get my words together. We had a conversation, about our expectations, because this is a big change. We're used to seeing each other like, 4 times out the week. And that's going to change significantly because he's going back to school. I went back to school. And I have the girls. So we're both further away, and we're busy at this point because during the summer we weren't really doing anything. So I had let him know, like, FaceTime is going to be important, and talking on the phone, and, you know, texting, like, just being able to communicate with me and keeping that communication there on the same level, and or at least around the same level. That's important, because if we don't talk, or if I don't feel like you're reciprocating the same energy I'm giving you, it's going to go downhill from there. I don't like, and I will not beg for someone's attention or for someone to call me or talk to me or chat with me. I'm not doing that.
No, it ain't about that life.
Like, so it went downhill, and that was my only concern, like the communication, and it went downhill, and that was that. So
I know. I've tried long distance relationships, so I have been in a long distance relationship. I'm actually seriously considering one right now, and which is different for me because from previous experience, when I tried it before, it just never worked out. It never worked out. It was always a major fail, and it turned me off to long distance. So, you know, when we get to talking, and you're talking about you're from Philly or PA or New York or something like that, it was friend zone. We could be friends. Not even interested. I think that everything you said about communication, like there are some things that you really want to do to make that work. Right. And also kind of flipping back. So long distance relationship, it's just a distance when you can't easily get to someone, right? And it could take many forms. It could be someone who's seriously, you know, maybe away across the country for whatever reasons or whatever, and it could, you know, very military or whatever. Right. It's a long distance relationship, and sometimes, especially if you're married, that takes on a whole new flavor. For us, we're single, so it's just, you know,
right. You got to make it work, or really
see about it. But that whole communication thing, and
you have a husband.
Yeah, when you have a husband, you're much more invested, I think. Well, I know. And there's a tie there. There's a serious commitment there. Right. When you're kind of getting to know someone in a relationship, it's a little different. It's a little different, and I think it's hard anyway.
It is.
But especially when you don't have, even if it's just a commitment of a relationship yet, it makes it even harder. So everything you said about communication and talking and things like that. You know, it means a lot. Which brings up another question, and it's different. Like, do you like long distance relationships? Is it something is that your go-to? You know, are you immediately turned off? Do you feel no type of way about it? You know, we'd love to hear from you.
And I know some people, they enjoy it because they like their space.
Yeah.
But me, I need to be on my bed. Like, I get it honestly, like, but I know some people, they like it. Just not me. Did yours work out?
No, they never worked out, and that's what kind of turned me off. I would say
this one is going to.
I don't know. I would say that we are on a good track. Like, everything's going really good. He is a wonderful, wonderful guy. And aspiring on all fronts, like, so we'll see. I feel good about it, which is different. Because before it would be like, no, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, you're too far. So we'll see.
What was the best part? What's the best part about being in a long-distance relationship?
Well, one thing you said about sometimes you get your distance. But as the same thing for it being the best part, it's also kind of the worst part because that can get to overkill. Like, you could be apart from each other for way too long. I know for me, I do like my space. And so, right, my daughter gets it, honestly. I do like my space, but then I like to be, sometimes I need a hug.
Yeah, it has to be balanced.
Yeah, it has to be balanced.
Sometimes females are different. Like, sometimes we do like our space. And we might, I don't know, we might treat you that way. Like, you're annoying me right now. Like, you know. But, you know, other times we want to be lovey-dovey and we like to cuddle and we want to, you know. So, I don't know. At least that's me. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, cool. We don't necessarily have to see each other today. You know, I can see them all. And then sometimes I'm like, hey, babe, where you at? Hey, big head.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also, you know, just being real, you have needs too.
You do.
So if you're in a long distance relationship and
that's a struggle.
Girl, that's a struggle. That is a struggle.
You know, we trying to live right.
That's a struggle. Struggle!
We trying to live right. We got to pray it away.
Woo! That is a struggle.
Woo! Yeah.
You know, and hey, sometimes the phone conversations don't do it. Right. That's it. That's hey. And so that, I think that is really, really hard. And that also depends on how your drive is.
We're gonna skip over that because you may have an outburst.
I will not. I'm just saying. It's true though.
You get a little.
It is true.
It is true though. Right. You get too excited.
So I think that the lack of not being able to touch. Are there any other good? Oh, now the one thing when you do meet up, it's on and popping. As a matter of fact, you should already know. You just need to meet me at the. Wait a minute. See? It is on and popping. You know, we should be on the same page. So the absence makes the heart grow fonder. That saying is real. So that's
they start looking a little different because you haven't laid your eyes on them in a little.
You know, everybody. You know, you meet them, and so you want to be.
Snack.
Yes.
And it's been a long time, and you've been praying them do it. Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That was a good point.
Yeah, I told you. And what else? Oh, another thing about, I think, long distance relationships, if you have that communication, that's a great way to get to know someone. Like, it doesn't beat when you're in their presence. And I get that, you know, a person acts differently sometimes on the phone because that's been a downfall. You know, you meet someone, you're long distance, you finally meet, and they're not, what they portray on the phone is not exactly who they are in real, right? But at the same time, it does get you talk about everything. You talk about everything. And that way you get to know that person, each other, a little better, and it takes that whole sexual aspect out of it, because that could cloud your judgment and make you a little, get things a little hazy.
My judgment already cloudy.
But it also, I think on the opposite side of that too, and this is just a real point, it also lends to cheating and somebody not being faithful in the commitment of you guys being together. And that's not cool. And that's very unfortunate. And I think that that's always kind of a concern. Yeah. Not a concern, but a concern depending on the level of your relationship.
Or what has happened.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
It has its good and bad. And not saying that, if you have somebody right up under you and cheat, and I get that, but I think that when you, having that distance and not being able to touch someone and not being able to, y'all can talk and all that and vibe on so many levels, but just keeping it real, we're human, right? And we have needs. And that is a basic need. Yeah. So, I think it opens that door even wider when I really do in some ways.
We were made for companionship. So
yes.
It's, for me, at least I know, long distance relationships are hard. I feel like just the type of person that I am, the God always a bit. Although someone could keep up with communication for me, but eventually, I want you to be closer to me. Especially at this point, we trying to build foundations. Like, I need you to...
Well, at this point, we ain't trying to get closer.
Right.
So stay where you are. It's not this is...
Are you
stay where you are until this goes.
Right.
Okay,
right.
But
the only foundation you need to build is with that German. Okay.
But yeah, I get it. I don't know. I think everybody's.
It depends on the type of person you are, definitely.
It depends on the person you are and your situation. Because I will tell you, my current situation and the relationship that I'm exploring right now, I never would have even, especially after the last fail I had prior to that, trying to do a long distance relationship. It left a really sour taste in my mouth. But it's just every situation is different. This particular guy has just been point. He's been on point. He's been a wonderful, wonderful guy to talk to. He's truly proven, he's a man's man. He's a provider. He's generous. He's caring. He prays with me. And, everything else is excited and tingling too about that. So, so it feels, I'm interested to see how this unfolds. And I know, I don't know if we have another question, but.
Would you do it again? She's doing it again.
Yeah. So that question, I'm doing it again. Right. So that I answer that.
Make sure you all answer.
Yes, please answer. Would you do it again?
Right. Would I do it again? I don't really know. It depends on the guy, and it depends on if I feel like this relationship or this could potentially be something that goes somewhere, then maybe I would try again. But like I said, the communication needs to be on point.
Yeah.
We need to be able to set aside time for each other so we can see each other. It's already been a minute since, I got any itches scratched. So initially, I may require,
Isn't it terrible that she talked like that around her mama?
Okay, so you want me to? No, not that for real. I get it honestly. I'm gonna just say that I get it honestly. And we talk about everything in this group. Sometimes it's like, let's do some bull. Like, and y'all, if you see me look in a random direction and my eyeballs get big, it is, the kids are at home. Okay, we had to set up, and I'm just looking at my kids. Y'all know what that look is. That, especially black moms.
Yeah.
That look that we give, like
that wide eyeball, super egg eyeball,
right. Like your lips start trembling. Right.
Yeah.
If I gotta get up, but back to what we were talking about. It depends on the person. It really does. And
the vibe
that we have, and
the person and the vibe.
If he's really keeping up the communication, then
so you're not totally turned off to.
I'm not, but in order to get to that point, for me to be like, I don't have patience now, so I'll cut you off quick. I will cut you off quick. So by the time we get there, and I'm contemplating, if it does go that route, and I'm contemplating, if I'll really do this long distance relationship, I must really like you. So I have to really like you in order to try it again. I'm turned off, but and I'm not going to say it can't work, because I do believe it can work. You just have to do your part.
Yeah, you do have to do your part. And maybe that's where I am right now, because what you just said, it is me.
Right.
So we are one and the same in that, this particular guy, I really like him. I really like him, and I like him more every day. So it makes it worth it. It makes it worth the effort. I know Millen, because we went through these questions before in preparation for this show, and when we asked Millen, just kind of running down the question, she was like, "Heck no, no," and sad that she can't be here to elaborate on that. Right. But that's her answer. Right. She's not interested in long distance relationship.
Come correct.
If
you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And you know, and it's all good. There's no right or wrong answer in this. It's really kind of what works for you. Know thyself, right? What works for you. I will say, when you don't, and not so much me worrying about even cheating or you know, not being focused on a relationship, because a long distance relationship, you need to be focused. I know for me, communication, and that is so key. If I don't have some type of connection, then I fade.
Yeah, we automatically fade out.
I fade out. And then and I'm a flirt. And so then that's when I start flirting. It's innocent, but it shouldn't be happening. But it happens. I'm a Scorpio, if you want. But, yeah, so even for me, knowing myself, like, that is my fear too. Like, I really have to be engaged, and that's either talking or connecting on some level, because I then fight myself, and
that's real.
That is real. You know, it's not even like I'm worried about the guy. Shoot, I'm worried about myself.
Right.
Worry about yourself. I'm worried about myself. You know, I know, girl.
Right.
You know, I know.
And I'm not that. I'm not a big flirt. I'm like very. I don't know. I'm pretty down to earth, but I don't really flirt with you. I'm pretty
down to earth too.
No, but I'm saying I'm not a flirty type of person. I don't.
I flirt. Talia, do I flirt?
She flirts a lot, and then we have to get her. we have to get her attention. Like, that's, you're flirting, and she's like, I'm just being friendly. No, you're flirting, and they wonder why you have creepers, doing the most. Like,
so I do flirt.
Right. I'm not.
But when I'm tied into somebody, I I'm focused on that person.
Yeah.
But
if we're talking and I've gotten to the point where I'm fading. I was saying, like, I'm not a flirt, but if someone comes around and they're showing me, hey, I want to be with you, I want to be around you, I want to see how this goes. Don't nobody got time for the foolishness. I'm gonna see what he's talking about. But yeah,
that fade feeling is real.
So I don't go out of my way to find anybody, But
yeah, I don't do
if it happens,
I don't do that.
Right. If it happens, it happens. So you gotta keep your communication
and that connection.
Yeah, you gotta keep that connection. You still gotta fight for your relationship.
You still do, like you really do. When you have to, make a routine. I know one time my daughter came to me and she was like, "Well, what can we do? How can we?" Because I feel myself fading back, and I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna beg you to call me. I'll ask you. Or I'll say my issue. Like, I have a problem. I'm concerned about that we don't talk as often, or what have you. Or I won't say nothing, and I'll follow your, you lead. I'll follow the guy's lead and let it fall where it may. Yeah, I'm gonna reciprocate that energy. And that's not good, because one, then we're not talking, but two, I'm feeling some type of way, and then that's when people like.
And understand your response. For any of the gentlemen watching, your response is key.
Yes.
Okay? Because if I bring it to you, or I keep bringing it to you, and this is an issue where I don't like when you do this, or I want us to do more of this, and you act like I'm making a big deal out of something, or you're not willing to, do a little bit more, or do what I'm asking you to do, yeah, that says it all for me.
Yeah. I'm only going to bring it up like twice, and then I'm gonna follow your lead.
Right.
And then also knowing my nature.
Right.
It is what it is. But our feelings or anything like that, I think now I'm at an age where what will be will be. For real. No stress, no hard feelings, nothing like that. And I appreciate everybody, every situation, every interaction for what it is in that season.
Right. People are
seasonal. And that's what I appreciate out of it, the positive out of it. And then you just move on. You move on. And nobody feels no type of way, no hard feelings, no. It just is. It just wasn't meant to be. And it's okay. We're not compatible. And it's okay. For what we had, for what we shared. I appreciate it. And you move on. So, yeah. Anything else on that?
We want to hear from you all. We want to hear from you. Definitely, if you have a story, definitely let us know.
Yeah, if you have a story, let us know. Not only that, you never know. Your story may touch somebody else.
Right.
Who maybe in a long distance relationship or going through, or maybe having issues. Like, share. That's how we make each other better. That's how we heal each other. That's why we're here.
Right.
So, I think that's it. Oh, just so everybody know, we posted in the Queen's Guide podcast about the Remember Me luncheon, the Mother's Day luncheon, the Mother's Day brunch, I believe. That has been canceled.
And we're so sorry. Upset. We're just as upset as you.
Yeah. It is real. Coronavirus.
We want everybody to stay safe. Miss Millen wants everybody to stay safe.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Yes. So sorry.
It's coming back though.
Somehow, some way, they're gonna bring it back. So just stay tuned.
Right.
Stay tuned. Anything else? All right, because the kids are rolling.
Right. And I'm trying to focus, but I see you hanging over here beating up Dolly. And they're getting closer and closer. So, Well, thank you all for watching us. Thank you for spending time with us. Once again, shout out to Ms. Millen. We love you.
We have a word from somebody who's watching the podcast, Merle, my girl, and this is so important. So she says, communication is key, but there's a fine line between attention and smothering. Ooh, good point, girl. Good point. Even being married, and she is married. Even being married, being in the military, we have been separated for long periods of time. Let each other know you're thinking of one another, but you can't be blowing up the phone or email because you don't get a response.
Right.
The second you send namespace. So
no smothering.
No smothering. That's a great point, Marilyn. That's a great point. Don't be needy.
Right. For the ladies that want the 3 hours of FaceTime.
Or when they don't get a response right away.
They go crazy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to be sure, and also, being a long distance relationship, you have to be sure of yourself.
Healthy, but it also it has to be a healthy relationship.
It has to be a healthy relationship.
You can't be psycho about it, especially if you said, "Okay, I'm willing to do this long distance," And I know, and you've accepted the changes, or at least you said you did. You can't be acting crazy out here.
That was a great point, Merlin. That was a great point. You have to, I think also you got to kind of be confident and sure in yourself.
You do.
That way, that prevents you from smothering. That prevents you. Now, there's a difference between if you have a schedule and y'all know you talk on the schedule and maybe something comes up, but then an emergency comes up. That's different than if one of you fade the black for a while and then no return calls. Somebody went. Dark on you.
You can only text me. You're not FaceTiming. We can't talk on the phone.
Yeah, so that's a little different. That's even a different nuance. Then I'm going, I'm going to get on you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
What you
problem.
What you doing?
But what she said about smothering, we talked 5 minutes ago, and then you're going to call, and I don't pick up right away, or you don't pick up right away, and then, witchy poop comes out.
Right, or you leave a threatening voicemails because they didn't pick up your FaceTime earlier.
Or you call right back to back about nothing.
Right.
Just to hear a voice or see
what they're doing on social media. Because some females, and I'm not even just going to say females, some guys do too.
Yeah.
Posting on social media, and it's come on now.
Yeah. So just be sure in yourself. I think definitely to have a long distance relationship, you need to be secure in yourself first, so you understand.
Know how to be alone also.
So you know how to be alone. That you're definitely okay about it.
Right.
But then you also know how to manage this relationship,
right.
and know that there are going to be times when you're going to talk and you're going to connect, and then there are going to be times when you may not.
And the text may have to suffice.
A text may have to suffice, or you may not get a response right away.
Right.
And that's okay too. I do that even with my employees. Like it's within 24, 48 hours. I expect something back. I realize that everybody's busy and it may be in the middle of something, and my free time may not be your free time.
Right.
But within 48 hours, surely, I can hear something. And so that definitely translates into relationships. So, Millen, that was a great point. That was a great point. So, anything else?
I know. We see anything?
I think that's it. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank everyone for so much.
Thank you for tuning in.
With us. You already know how we do.
You got the real.
We
the headscarf
do our mantra.
Right. All right.
Close it out on a positive note. Close it out.
What have we learned?
On our queenliness.
Right. So basically, being in a relationship, make sure your communication is on point.
Yes.
Make sure you're not, smothering or doing too much, and you're understanding what you're getting yourself into.
Know yourself.
Know yourself.
Know yourself. If this ain't for you, it's okay.
Right.
If it is for you, understand what it comes with.
Right.
And know your boundaries in it.
Right.
Right.
Keep that balance. All right.
All right.
For the mantra, you already know. On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. I am loved. I am growing. I am healing. I am empowered. I am at peace. I am confident. I am healthy.
Woo!
I am respected. I choose happiness. I am a queen. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us.
Thank you. If you would like to share anything with us,
Merlin, this is the bomb.
It is the bomb.
This is the bomb. My girl Merlin told me about Stella Rosa. It's the twist top, but it's okay. It's great. Thank you, girl.
I have 3 glasses on, but you know how I do when
it's brunch. It's okay.
But if you have anything you'd like to share, definitely hit us up on one of our social media accounts.
Please, we love to hear from you.
Email, IG, your choice, but we love to hear from you. Okay?
Absolutely. Millen, we love you, girl. Thinking about you.
We're going to put one up for you. You already know.
Guys, have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Be safe. Stay healthy.
Love on your family.
And love on your family, your loved ones. All right? Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.